My earliest memory of math class is learning that a number, when divided by 1, stays the number itself. Like the first time you realize touching your reflection through a looking glass does not make it touch you back. And so I go on through life, crying out loud in conversations, on stages, in the echo chambers of my own mind, asking the universe to notice all the change that I make. And the universe, in return, hands me promises and paper chits, promises of painting hustle down my shoulders till the ink runs out and you never look back to notice the blots it has left on your skin, paper chits that scream better luck next time. Because you see, the system will always ensure that there is a next time you try till you forget that, like an escalator, sometimes in life, staying in the same place is only the same as moving backwards. You see, my life is not that one, but the number itself, divided by 1, less somehow, but to the system, like countless others, exactly the same. 1. When you're a child, you expect adulthood to hit you like a meteor, like from one of those shows you were never really supposed to watch past your bedtime, The Future, a mass, bolting to hit you in the bones and knock the innocence out of you. What if I told you that's not how it begins? What if I told you that instead of this rock enlarging in your vision, adulthood is a bubble that rather grows around you till you can only view the world through its layers, locking down your legs with chains of stagnancy, settling in your ribs like a roller coaster that only knows how to go down at the speed of what could have been your potential. 2. I know a girl who back in the 3rd grade was addicted to playing this game called Snake Xenia on her mother's Nokia. The snake running in circles in its attempts to score bigger and get better. I never really understood why she liked it so much, because ultimately, you see, the game would always end in the same way. The snake eventually ended up eating its own tails nowadays. She wakes up next to not a person, but a screen. That, for every number achieved, piles up neatly stacked packages in the form of hope against her doorstep. A snake with an appetite so large, no wonder they call it consumerism. She's not the player, but the game. We don't speak anymore. But I wish I could tell her this, no matter the score, it all ends the same. There's no snake that escapes its own fate. 3. I stand here and I tell you tales of how this world is blowing itself apart. In the faces of the very people it destined to be its future, our hands, in their desperate attempts to save the ruins, are playing catch with specks of smoke that pass through our fingers as easily as empty promises, bereft, cold, wasteful. My earliest memory of math class is learning that a number, when multiplied by 1, stays the number itself. Like today, how this child on the metro, his neck deep in the pages of a novel, gasped for air. His breath swapped for his astonishment, unknown to all dangers of this world except for those of fiction. Or how, for days after visiting my family, my fingernails glint of turmeric fades, like little kisses etched on the back of my hands, a reminder that sometimes, maybe life is the yellow, a reminder that sometimes, maybe life is better on standby. The universe, my friends, is an unreliable narrator. And so I stand here and I tell you that when life hands you paper chits and promises shaped in the form of defeat, don't forget to use some of that ink to etch your narrative on them. Remember that escalators keep moving, and so shall you. Your bubble is also your shield. A heart built inside a heart that, even though the snake is destined to run towards an endless eternity, it never really forgets to kiss its shorelines, where a moment becomes larger than life to notice the underbelly of doom, where love fosters and laughter echoes and corners break out from the enormity of the light in your face. You are the breathing reality of every person that has ever preceded you. You are the number itself, an equation on the brink of greatness. Thank you so much.